Morning once again to you, Desiree. We must first apologize for the students. They are very excited. You'll understand it's SRC election. The competition is very tight, but that's not what we are here for. We are still busy with the VBS report that was released yesterday. It's damning. They have even given it a very powerful name, the biggest heist that we have ever seen in the history of democratic South Africa. Almost 2 billion gone in less than 3 years. The ANC officials in the province, the deputy chairperson, the provincial treasurer are among those whose names are appearing on that report. And I've also indicated earlier on that Brian Shivambu, the younger brother to the deputy president of the EFF, is also implicated on that report. And the list goes on and on, including the king of this area, King Tony Mpepura-Mabulan. But let me bring now the provincial secretary of the ANC, Soviet Likhanyan, to talk to us about the report that was released yesterday. Mr. Likhanyan, we are told that in this area called Venda, there was the biggest heist that has ever been seen in the country. As ANC, you must be worried about what has transpired.
Good morning to you and your viewers. The African National Congress has noted the release of the report yesterday by the South African Reserve Bank. We are indeed concerned, we are worried by the findings of the report, especially that there are senior officials of the ANC and also occupying influential positions in government who are fingered in the report to have presided over these scandalous activities that led to partly the collapse of the VBS Bank. We are very worried about our image, our integrity, our reputation and prestige as an organization. But for sure, you know that leaders of the ANC have always come out very consistently. The president, the chairperson in his capacity as the premier, and in a series of media statements that we have released as the ANC, we have said that where there has been transgressions, where there has been contravention of the law, where people have acted in a manner that is not in keeping with the prescripts that are there governing the use of public resources, must be brought before the law to account.
If I may chip in, Secretary, we've got two people, Florence Radzilani and we've got Denim Caesar. Their names are there. As ANC in the province, are you going to take action against these two, and how soon will that be? Because you need to restore the credibility of the party.
Look, the whole country, the whole province, all the voters, people who have invested money with VBS and have seen it collapsing, are now looking at the African National Congress, what decisions it's going to take, because the report is now out. And as of now, I may not talk about decision. Let me talk to you about the process. As the leadership, we have agreed the officials to meet today to outline a process as to how we're going to deal with the matter. And if you're going to ask me any question now, you will be soliciting an individual opinion, which may not be a decision of the meeting. So I must say to you that we are extremely worried about the ANC, and we must manifestly demonstrate that the statements that we have always made are worth our actions. So whatever decision that we take will be a story that tells the people of the province and the country that indeed, as the African National Congress, we have a zero tolerance to corrupt activities.
Before I let you go, Secretary, there's a statement released by the EFF. I know you don't speak for them. They are saying that this bank must not collapse. It must be supported. It must be resuscitated. What is the ANC's view on that?
That's the sentiments we share. I mean, we have said it from the onset that punish malpractice, punish criminal activities, but VBS has a sentimental affection with the people of this area. They have close affinity with it. It's their cultural heritage. VBS has uplifted them under very difficult circumstances when there was not a single monopoly that was able to assist them to build houses in rural areas, to educate their children, to support small businesses that flourished. For sure, you know, when you move around, the rural parts of Limpopo, you would know that you don't have any district that have credible houses owned by Africans in rural areas than you will have here in this. The people of Membe have very beautiful quality structures as their homes. That is partly because of the support that VBS has given them over time, where there are no title deeds. They only possess PTOs or recognition letters from their traditional authorities. VBS came to the fore and assisted them to build those. So there shall always be that affinity. We must sympathize with those elderly women, the rural poor that we have seen at night in the wee hours queuing to get their money. And had we known at that time that our own leaders were involved in these things, I think by now this story must be long done and dusted.
That was the provincial secretary of the ANC in the province, Soviet Likhanyan, indicating that they share the same sentiments with the EFF, that bank must not collapse completely. Something must be done to resuscitate it. I must also indicate that we still have people who are going to Nedbank to collect their money. If we are able to get them on the queues, that will be our next crossing with you. But for now, it's back to you in the studio.
Thank you, Mike Maringa. We'll look forward to that. Now to other, as we continue with this thread, a forensic investigation into the VBS Mutual Bank has revealed wide-range criminality in the conduct of the bank's officials and their associates. The Great Bank Heist report details how almost 2 billion rand was gratuitously received from VBS by some 53 persons of interest, both natural and juristic, over the period the 1st of March 2015 to the 17th of June 2018. Earlier, we spoke to the